Sergeant Rock, real name Franklin John Rock. His first appearance was in issue number 83 in Our Army at War. He was created in 1959, a World War II leader of the infantry unit called Easy Company. They fought battles throughout Europe against enemy forces. He did not have any superpowers, but he did have a sixth sense that he called combat antenna, that he could feel when the enemy offenses were near. Nor Sergeant Rock or any of the soldiers of Easy Company survived World War II. He was killed by enemy fire in the final battle of World War II. Hey everybody, Ecto Eric here. Sorry I have been away. Got a cold and it's been kicking my butt a little bit. Didn't have a voice for a couple of days, and a lot of people seem to enjoy that for some reason. Because I always get told a little of me goes a long way. Don't think that's a good thing. But anyway, so I'm back. So please excuse my voice if it cracks or I cough a little. I had this figure the last, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 days it had come in. I ordered from Amazon. They have it really cheap. It's like $12. But of course, because they use paper bag, yeah, the box got like mangled. I mean, I'm not an inbox collector, but just to let anybody know, if you're an inbox collector, do not, and I repeat, do not order from Amazon. I mean, it's just, they just beat the crap out of it. Like, they go out of their way to trash this, and they put it in a paper bag. Good job. I can see why you guys make millions of dollars, because you're cheap asses. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Amazon or berate them for their incompetence. So anyways, so pick this figure up. Now, I can tell you, I don't know much about this figure at all, or this character. I basically know him through my brother. My brother is 9 years older than me. So he was born in 63, I was born in 72. So he grew up, in the, with the G.I. Joes and all that stuff. So he was a comic, he's a nerd. So I got to know a little bit of Sergeant Rock through him. And I remember looking at some of his comic books, and because my brother was big into like military stuff and nerd stuff and items like that. So I just know very, very little of him. And to be honest with you, I didn't even realize he was a DC comic person. I didn't even realize that. So, like I said, my knowledge is extremely, extremely low. So, but yeah, just for $12, I'm like, get it. And when I saw him, I'm like, it just brings up nostalgia. I have not thought of this character since the 70s. So, so that tells you that he's not high on my list. But for $12, I'm like, you know what? Sure, for nostalgic reasons, why not? So it does have the, when you buy the collector's edition, it does have the DC stand, the silver DC logo on it, which is nice. I think this figure retailed like $29, and I can see why it went on sale, because I doubt there's a lot of people clamoring to get this figure. I really, really doubt it. So now let's get everything out of the box. Now, everybody knows you can't have weapons because that's the policy that Warner Brothers has. So, but I do have a few of my own, of course, because I have so many different figures that I do have some weapons. And you can buy weapon packs and stuff. So I hear a lot of people still complaining about it. Oh, it doesn't come with figures. I'm like, well, I get it for because these are toys. I mean, these are meant for 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, whatever. My issue comes in is when you buy a Mezco for $200, a 2-pack, Batman, Silver Age, and Two-Face. And Two-Face originally did come with weapons. Well, they eliminated it because of new policy. Well, that's not a kid's toy. That is an adult collector. So there's no excuse for them to do that. You're not going to give a child a $200-something toy. I don't think you. I wouldn't. I can't even give myself that. Never mind give it to a kid. But that's my only issue with that. But with the Two-Face, you give them a bomb. So guns are bad, but bombs. Hey kids, bombs are okay. So yeah. So it's kind of a bullshit policy, in my opinion. It's their PC crap. But hey, whatever. Shovel. I think he got his knife here. Lots of tape. Okay. Well, at least he comes with quite a few hands, so that's good. I personally don't care for this. I'd rather have the plastic for something else. Like, I can't say weapons, but other stuff. But I'll put the card in the sleeve. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but it's not something I'm going to ever use. We got the hands. So it comes with 3 pairs of hands, which is good. And he comes with a helmet, which is because anytime I saw him in my brother's comic books, he always had his helmet because he's in combat. So, like, very rarely did I see him without it. So at least they came with that. And here's everything Sergeant Rock comes with right out of the box. So first, let's take a look at his hands. Those are probably the least interesting things. So you got some pointing, say, get over there, punk, or come here, or, hey, smell this, or whatever you want to do. You got probably like a gripping hand, or I'm going to choke you if you don't do some push-ups. Got a weapon holding hand for weapons that don't exist. And you've got this, maybe like a somewhat or a, I don't know, whatever hand you want to use it for. Then he comes with his trench tool, or whatever you call it. I'm not military, so I couldn't tell you. Done a gold, not bad. It works. And he comes with his knife, because knives ain't dangerous, but you can have a knife. So it looks nice. Then he comes with his other accessory as I knock him off his stand. Comes with his helmet, which his helmet is actually not bad. It actually looks really good. Because they have like that fabric over it with his rank on it. And it's okay that the rank is kind of pitted. 2 things at once. That's awesome. Because you figure he was in combat, so it's gonna be scuffed up. So that's cool. So that's nice. Like I said, I'll have him displayed with that most likely. And then he comes with the traditional display stand, the card, which is the same artworks on the box, and a read up. And he does have another accessory, which basically is his backpack, which, I don't know, it's like a Boy Scout or Russell from Up or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have him displayed with the backpack. I probably will, because you can put the entrenching tool right there. So it does have some use, but it does look good. It actually looks like it's got some bullet holes in it and stuff, so it's not bad. So you can actually detail that if you want to put a wash over it and stuff. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, this is nice and soft. This is solid rubber, actually. Yeah, that's rubber. It's not even plastic. But that doesn't look bad. And for Sergeant Rock himself, And I don't know why it looks like they put mustard on his face, like he got into a food fight or something. I don't. I mean, I know it's supposed to be dirt, which they could have done like dirt color, but I don't know if you get hit with baby diarrhea. I don't know. Like I said, some of the choices that Mcfarlane makes is very odd. Like I guess he's got furry forearms. At least he has a sculpted watch on, which it does not come off, I don't think. Yeah, it does. Oh, it is removable. I'll be darned. So okay, cool. I thought that was sculpted. It's not. All right. So you got a place for the knife. So you can just slip it in like so. Okay, it's not bad. But yeah, I mean, he does look good. Now, his articulation, what's weird, there's nothing here. That is hollow. There is no, excuse me, sorry about that. There's like no torso here. It stops like right here, and you could push your hand all the way through. So there's probably just a peg. So, yeah. But his head can go 360, up, down very little. His little arms, T-pose. What's nice is that he does have double elbow. So he can be like, got his dog tags. He does have, didn't heat his figure up. I'm not going to push that. I think that's about as far as it's going to go. He does have articulation. Does have a little bit of a pivot, but not a lot. It's kind of weird that he has knee pads. That's kind of odd, but it is what it is. But I do like the double elbow. I really think that's good. I mean, yeah, it looks janky, but still, you can have him shaking his fist or holding his chin or scratching himself or do whatever. Now, his belt is good. It's not very well painted, but, it's because canteen and pouches and stuff like that. So it does look pretty good. He does. Not bad for $12. Yeah. No, you're not going to get much out because this is one piece. There's no slits in it. But hey, for what I paid for him, was he worth $30? I don't think so. Personally, sorry. But $12? Sure, why not? Why not for $12? And like I said, I haven't thought of this character since the 70s. And when I saw him, I'm like, I remember him from my brother's comic books. So I picked him up. At first I was like, Sergeant Rock. It's familiar but not familiar. Oh, I had to go back in my memories. That's, it's not as good as it used to be. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I can remember stuff that happened 40 years ago, clear as day. I can't tell you what the hell I had for lunch yesterday. Figure that out. I love the mind. I like how it does that stuff. My wife would be like, "Did you feed the dog?" I don't know. Did you ask her? I don't know. I guess. Well, I can tell you what happened 45 years ago. It's nice. All right, so let's try changing a paw. So do that, and so yeah, this did move. It did. I'm not crazy. Yep, I'm not that crazy. Yes. So the watch that comes off, it's rubber. So be aware if you do pick it up and you pull off a paw. Be aware. Now, what I did is the scaling is going to be off. So I put this on. I borrowed from my retrocloth line from Jaws, Quint's gun. It's a little off. It doesn't look too bad. But right now I don't have a weapons pack. But you can get a weapons pack on Amazon or anywhere, cheap. They go from like $8 to like $20. So, but I will be picking one up because I give them like a Thompson or I don't think they had M16s in World War II. I don't know. Maybe one military people could Tell me I don't know. I'm not a weapons person. I could talk about phasers and photon torpedoes, but I couldn't tell you about a real gun. Cause okay, now these hands. Oh wow, they're soft. Wow. Did not expect that. I thought I had to heat that up. I know my wife gets pissed. I use her hair dryer. You don't even have any hair. You're right. I really don't, but the figures need them. So I guess I'm going to have to go to like Holly's or Marshall's and pick up a hair dryer for myself that I only use for figures. They go, wow, this hand? No, maybe this one to hold the gun. So like I said, there's many options. Yes, if they don't come with guns, we all know they don't. So don't cry. Just go get a weapons pack or steal it from another figure. You'll be fine. You know, this is not easy to do on camera. So it works. You know, slap his bucket on his head. Works fine for me. It's good enough. He'll probably have it sling over his shoulder, but so yeah, I mean, not a bad figure for what I paid. For $12, I'm happy. So good memories of going through my brother's comic books, and now I got another figure. And if you're into, military, there you go. All right, let's see how tall Sergeant Rock stands. Break out the wifey's tape measure. And he stands 7.5 inches, and that's 19.5 centimeters. So let's bring in a couple of comparisons. Let's bring in Mcfarlane, Nightfall, Batman, which, wow, he towers over Batman. Damn. I didn't think he was going to be that short. And here is a NECA Night Demon from American Werewolf in London. So they're comparable. And of course, both World War II era, so that's cool. And for giggles, we will put in a Mezco Gaslight, Gotham by Gaslight Joker. So yeah, wow, he is really towering over the Dark Knight. That's crazy. Wow. So yeah, so that's what they look like. So there he is holding a can of beer. There's his gun. And he's cheering you. All right, guys, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Keep collecting. Peace.